leaving already? Hey! Barbie! Aren't you forgetting something? Like a whole bunch of stuff you were supposed to give me? Nonsense. Your arrival is more or less in line with Barbie's prophecy. Though, to be honest, I did think you'd be here a little later. Anyway, before we get down to business, it might be best if you two have something to eat? No, of course not. But my hearing happens to be quite sharp, and I heard Paimon's stomach rumbling a mile away.
Whoa! Paimon's stomach is rumbling for two! We must both be super famished!
Don't you worry about that. I've got plenty of cookies and cake, and as you know, nothing bad ever happened to hungry travelers who accepted food from a witch.
Oh, Paimon's so full! No matter how much she puts in her tummy, there's always more on her plate.
Is she the champion eater from Natlan's Collective of Plenty? Alice mentioned her to me once. Apparently, she's a fascinating young lady. I imagine if she were to attend one of our parties, we'd need to set out 3, maybe even 7 plates.
Paimon really can't eat anymore. She's coming apart at the seams. Can we get down to business now? Oh, well, sorry.
All right. I gather you're here to deliver my homework. The one that Barbie prophesized? Nothing of the sort. We were discussing something completely different. The moon's massive shift has knocked her hydromancy out of whack. So she needs to head back for a while to undergo a period of silent meditation. While she's away, I'll be taking over responsibility for everyone's homework. I also plan to help her add the next round of homework to the dictionary.
Huh. You can just swap the person in charge like that?
Not like I had much choice. Before Barbie and Alice even told me about it, they'd already inscribed my special homework in the dictionary. As much as I'd like to erase the whole thing and keep on casually observing the world, Alice is busy maintaining Tevad's borders, and Barbie is off realigning her hydromancy. Octavia didn't bother to come back, and you can forget about Rhindaughter. The other mages all have their own affairs to attend to, so the duty of supervising this homework has fallen to me. There really are. I don't even know how long it's been since we all got together to make this a proper tea party. In any case, as long as I finish my homework, my story will be officially inscribed in the dictionary. After that, I'll be able to go back to observing and guiding. So, traveler, Paimon, it's time to deliver your message. What's my homework? Oh, and since this doesn't count as a prophecy, just something Barbie and Alice came up with 10 minutes ago, there probably isn't any useful information to be found in that dictionary you're carrying.
You're right, Nicole. We had a look before coming over, and there aren't any detailed instructions at all. There's only these 2 sentences.
All right, that first sentence was clearly written by Barbie, but I bet my bottom more it was Alice who added the second. Anyway, let's get cracking on this homework. Just let me think. Where should we begin? Huh? Oh, Barbie gave me a rundown of my tasks just now. Basically, I just need to go to a few homework locations, make sure everything's up to scratch, and conduct some field work.
Wait a minute. Paimon thought she was giving you a prophecy. How does a rundown count as a prophecy?
Well, you see, I naturally view anything Barbie says to me as some sort of prophecy. Besides, when Barbie wrote this homework of mine, All she actually did was flip straight to the final page of my story and tell me the ending in advance. You make a fair point. But then, what's the difference between a prophecy and a spoiler anyway? All right, enough dawdling. Come on, follow me. We're going to... Yes, that seems like as good a place as any.
Just like that? Hold on. How are we supposed to get the...
All right, we're here. This Sealy Court has some really great views, don't you think? See that spot over there? That's the starting point. Did I use it to get us here faster? You bet I did. These Sealy Courts are connected to the ley lines, and nobody really uses them. They're very handy when it comes to traveling about. Besides, the Sealy and I used to be angels, so we're old colleagues. I'm sure they won't mind me borrowing their homes every once in a while. We're early. In but a short while, a bard will come to sing odes of old and call back the 1,000 winds that wander the ages. Shh. Patience. All will be revealed in time. Before long, you will become a single lilting melody ensconced in an ode, and the 1,000 winds will swirl around you. But before that happens, we should allow it to slumber in peace. Come, let's head to our next location.
Is this Wolvendam? Doesn't seem like the best place for doing homework.
This is the nearest Sealy Court to where we're going. Don't worry, we're not far from the starting point.
Whoa! Where did all those wolves jump out from? Hey! We're not here to hurt you! We're friends with Razor!
That's right. That child already claimed victory in the battle he was destined to fight. As long as he stands beside his Lupical, I believe he can overcome any foe. I'm sure his Lupical feels the same way too. All right, that's about it for this place. I could do with a good rest. Come on, let's go. Time to head back for a cup of...
Whoa! When did this door appear?
This looks like Alice's handwriting. Let's take a look. Thanks for your help with the homework. Now hurry home and have a hot cup of tea. P.S. There is a surprise waiting behind this door. Hurry home? Wait a second. Why does this door look so familiar? There's no way it could lead to...
Somewhere new? Hey, isn't this...
No wonder Alice wanted to borrow the lodge key. She said she wanted to set up a tea room, even though I told her I already had one. It symbolizes the completion of guidance, the end of a journey, and the fulfillment of prophecy. You've followed Sealy before, right? Only when a Sealy returns to its Sealy court does its guidance come to an end. So, to give this unwelcome homework a clear conclusion, Barbie and Alice must have built a Sealy court right here. This is the only way for my story to be inscribed among everyone else's without interfering with their own homework. Well, we're not all that different. Once upon a time, we were all angels after all. But that doesn't really matter. What's important is what it symbolizes. It's like writing a novel. As long as the main outline is there, there'll always be a way to flesh out the details so the pieces fall into place. As long as I take my seat, this homework of mine will be officially over. It's a nice touch, but it feels like the ending to a story written on the fly. If Anya were here, I'm sure she'd have come up with something more clever. Don't you worry. That's an essential element as well.
Hey! A treasure chest!
Now this homework's starting to make sense.
What did I tell you? It seems like this has been a fruitful little excursion after all. And it seems my story has been formally inscribed in the dictionary, which means that today's homework ends here, and also that there'll be a formal tutor to provide guidance on all future assignments. Well, that depends on what assignments are assigned. Personally, I'd love nothing more than to bury chests for people to find by completing their homework. I'd leave clues and watch them enjoy a merry little treasure hunt. Now that would be fun. But Barbie's been keeping a close eye on me, so I'm not sure I'll get the chance. Anyway, my guidance doesn't end until you open that chest. For the sake of the dictionary, can you please see what's inside?